Well, good evening, friends. Let's go ahead and get started with our virtual family engagement session tonight. Thank you for being here and taking part in this session as we get to hear more about the elementary school choice lottery and school choice fair that's coming up. Now, as you came in from the waiting room, you probably noticed your microphone was turned off. That's just so we can hear the presentations, but I still want to hear from you. So make sure you're putting your questions, your ideas, the things you're thinking about in the chat. You can see that we're monitoring the chat to make sure that we're capturing your questions. We'll try to answer them as best we can. Your video, feel free to leave it on. I love seeing everybody's face. In fact, one of our participants tonight, you have made a lot of us hungry. We saw you fixing dinner. That looked great. But I also know everyone's busy, and I understand if you might have your camera turned off. I understand. So I just appreciate that you are here tonight and taking this opportunity to learn more about the school choice lottery. All right, friends, my name is Scott Varner. I'm the Executive Director of Family Engagement here in Columbus City Schools. And welcome to this virtual family engagement session and for being a part of a district where this year we are all in. What do I mean by that? It is that all of our teachers, our staff, our principals, our district leaders, our community partners are all in, working together to make sure that we are giving our young people every opportunity at success. And we know to do that means to make sure that we are engaging and supporting our families. And that's what this virtual session is all about, making sure that our families have the supports and resources and answers they need so that we can all support our young people and give them those opportunities at success. I want to thank our community partners, ETSS, and our bilingual engagement liaisons who are always a part of these sessions to make sure that all families, no matter what language is spoken at home, get to be a part of the conversation. And a special shout out to all of our family ambassadors. I appreciate you're here because you take this information and you're ready to share it with the families at your school. So make sure, as always, to put which buildings you represent in the chat so that our families know that you're present, know to connect with you when they have questions. As part of these virtual sessions, I may ask for your help from time to time. And the first thing I always ask for help on, I appreciate that you allow me to do this, is asking to help us exercise a bit of grace. It's the meeting norms that we set up, and it begins with just giving everyone an opportunity to share their opinion. That's why that chat is so important. So please make sure that you're asking your questions in the chat. I appreciate you've also helped us remain positive. Boy, do I know that this has been a stressful time as we continue to work through the impacts of COVID on our school year and all the challenges that it has brought. And now on the future horizon, we have winter weather coming. So I know it's a stressful time, but I appreciate that you keep it positive, and allow us to have constructive conversations. Excuse me. We'll acknowledge if we don't have an answer. You may ask a question tonight that's maybe it's about not something that we're talking about tonight, or maybe something we just don't have an answer for. If that's the case, we'll acknowledge it. I'll encourage you to email me at the email address you see at the bottom of the screen, engage@columbus.k12.oh.us. You can always use that email address to send us questions that you don't get an answer to. It's also the email address that we sent you the Zoom link tonight. So make it easy on yourself. Just hit reply and send us your question. We'll be considerate and respectful of your time. Thank you for allowing us to start just a couple minutes late as we allowed a few more friends to join us, but we'll definitely be done before the 7 o'clock hour because we know your time is valuable. And finally, so important, that last point, remembering that it is every one of us, that we are all in this together, working together to give those opportunities to our young people. And I appreciate the work that you do to do that as well. I'll also ask for your help on checking out the Columbus City Schools website. You know, this year we have updated the website to make it easier to find answers to your questions. And we've also been updating it not only on a daily basis, but often 2 or 3 times a day. Are we adding information, stories, updates to the website to make sure that we're getting information to you as quickly as possible. Now, friends, I know at times you might be thinking, why is Columbus City Schools calling me again? You may not have an opportunity to listen to the voicemail. First, I'm going to ask for your grace on and try to listen to those voicemails because important information is coming your way. But if you miss it, it's probably going to be on our website. So you can always go to the website to get information. As I said, we're constantly posting new stories, new information, new resources from our community partners, updates from our superintendent and our school board, information if you have a young person getting ready to go to college. So much great information on our website. So make sure you try to take time to check that out on a regular basis. And again, anytime you may have missed a message that you don't get to hear on your phone or through an email, I bet you can find the information on our website. Some quick reminders as we think about it. Don't forget, tomorrow is a professional development day for our teachers and staff. So that means no classes at all of our schools. So tomorrow students will be home, no remote classes. It'll be a day for them to work on what they would like to work on and enjoy the day. But our teachers and staff will be involved in professional development. So that's a reminder for tomorrow. Then as we think ahead past tomorrow, we all know that there's that chance that you may get the phone call that says your child's school has been put on remote learning because of maybe a staffing issue or because of weather. When you hear about remote learning, if you have questions or you're trying to think, how do I help my young person access their classes or their assignments? We've put that information on the website, these great resources for finding about remote learning, reminding you how to log in to Clever, where to help them find the Zoom link or Google Classroom. That's all online. So great resources if you want to help your young person connect to that high quality remote learning that happens, hopefully on rare occasions, but when we are forced to transition to remote learning in your child's school, you'll be ready to help them. Hey, something else exciting coming up is our Pathway Express. Hopefully you took advantage of this last month in January, when every weekend you had the opportunity to go to COSI for free. Well, now we're into February, and our next stop on the Pathway Express is the Columbus Museum of Art. So every Saturday and Sunday this month, you will be able to go to the Columbus Museum of Art for free. Now you need to have the ticket. You'll start to see that ticket at the bottom of the screen. You may also get them from your child's principal. But look for those tickets. You do need to go on. We're trying to set up a registration so we can make sure that we're managing the flow of people that go to the museum. So everybody doesn't flood there at once, but we all have an opportunity to enjoy the Museum of Art. But there's going to be some great, exciting opportunities. And in fact, next week on our virtual session, we're going to take time to preview all of the exciting activities you'll be able to get at the Columbus Museum of Art. But we're excited. All month, our families will be able to enjoy on Saturdays and Sundays the Columbus Museum of Art. All right, let's get into what has brought us all here together. And that's really kind of understanding this, I think, very incredible and unique opportunity in Columbus City Schools, where parents and students can maybe look at going to choosing a school that maybe isn't in their neighborhood, maybe offers a unique program that really excites that young person. Finding a building that offers the programming that's really going to draw that young person in and help them have a successful either time in elementary, middle, or high school. Our school choice lottery, it's very unique, but there's a process to it. And we want to make sure as we go into now the school choice lottery for our elementary schools that you have all the information you need to hear about all of our great elementary so that you can make an informed decision, to make sure you understand how the process works, how to get online, and then how to make your selections and then make your final choice so that your young person's in the school that they want to be in. So I'm actually going to stop sharing my screen so that I can introduce Tanya Friedman, who helps lead our enrollment efforts and is the person behind the school choice lottery, as well as on her team, Amber Eddy. And then we also have Barb Reed, who is the voice behind the Fact Line. She is the person that if you have a question about Columbus City Schools, you call her and she will have the answer or know where to find it. So we have folks on tonight who have every answer that you might need to know for any question you might have about the school choice lottery. So with that set up, Tanya, I'll turn it over to you to help our families navigate the school choice process.
Thank you very much, Scott. I appreciate it. Let me So good evening, and thank you for attending this evening. Tonight, we hope to answer all of your questions about the school choice lottery. Columbus City Schools' commitment to school choice uniquely offers students a variety of high-quality educational options by giving families a chance to submit a lottery application for available seats for up to 3 schools that are not assigned to them by address. Although every home within CCS boundaries is assigned a school based on their address, the school choice lottery offers parents a choice on deciding where their children attend school to learn and grow. In Columbus City Schools, most schools have an assigned population. However, there are schools that do not have an assigned population and are filled completely through the school choice lottery. The school choice lottery is widely popular with nearly 20,000 applications each year. It's interesting to note that 75% of the applicants from last year for this current school year received an offer to at least one of their schools for which they applied. Pretty good odds, I'd say. With so many options of schools and programs to choose from, the number one question we get asked in the Division of School Choice is, which school is the best school for my child? The School Choice Fair is an excellent chance to find out about each school. This year's fair will be held virtually via Zoom. Each school has created a video to provide you with a great deal of information about the school and opportunities they offer. Please take time to view the video presentations on the website for your school of address, as well as schools in which you may be interested. In addition to watching the videos, elementary families will have an opportunity to meet virtually with school principals and staff on February 3rd from 6 to 7:30. Now, I will let you know that if we would have a calamity day, there is a backup date of February 17th. Hopefully we do not have a calamity day, but just in case, we all know that weather's kind of tricky. Although Latchkey and Pre-K, Special Ed, and Gifted and Talented are not lottery programs, they will have representatives available via Zoom to answer questions. The middle school and high school fairs were held in January, but the videos are still posted, and if you have specific questions about a middle school or high school, please feel free to contact the school directly. The virtual meeting links will be posted on the CCS website for each school. I would highly, highly recommend that you not only attend the sessions of schools for which you may be interested, but that you also attend the session for your school of address. A lot of times we hear from parents that they're not aware of the great things going on in their neighborhood school. After watching the videos and visiting the fair sessions, you may still have questions as to which school is right for your child or your family due to the numerous options that are available to you. You will want to evaluate your child's aptitudes, abilities, and interests. For instance, does your child have a particular talent or interest in reading and writing, in the arts, in foreign language, or in different cultures? Do they learn better in a formal or an informal setting? Think about other things that's significant to your child. Determine what other things are important to you. Is bus transportation critical for you? Or are you planning to provide your own transportation? Does your child need special education services? Do you need before or after school latchkey program? Do you need a school near your daycare provider? All of our schools will foster learning in every child, but not every school is the best fit for every child. Once a decision has been made as to which school or schools you would like to submit an application for your child or children, an application will need to be submitted electronically through the school choice link in the parent portal. Families must be enrolled or have completed the enrollment process to create a parent portal account. Once an account is activated, parents can update demographic information such as phone numbers and emails, communicate with teachers, pay fees, check grades, and a whole host of other things to enhance your child's learning experience, including submitting a lottery application. In a little bit, I'll demonstrate exactly how to submit an application. However, if you do have questions even after this session, we do have a video on the website that walks you through step by step. You can certainly email the school choice department and we'll be happy to assist, or come to 430 Cleveland Avenue, and we will personally sit down with you and help you to submit that application. Once the application is submitted, you may ask, how does the lottery work? Well, all on-time applications for each grade and school are randomly assigned a number between 1 and the total number of applications. So offers are made for the number of seats available based on lottery capacity limits. For example, if there's 80 lottery applications for first grade at school X that are submitted on time, and there are 10 seats available, the 80 applications will be randomly assigned a number between 1 and 80. Numbers 1 through 10 will be offered placement. Number 11 will become number 1 on the wait list for the school. Students may receive an offer for 1 school, 2 schools, all 3 of their selections, or maybe none of their selections. It truly is a luck of the draw. When an offer is accepted for a placement, all other lottery applications for that applicant are canceled or declined. Thus, individuals will move up on the wait list because the names are removed. If an offer is canceled due to no response by the deadline, an individual declining it because they choose to wait for another of their selections, or if an individual accepted an offer to another school, that will release the seats and the wait list numbers will move. It is important to note that lottery capacity is not the same as total capacity for schools with an assigned population, as seats have to be held back for individuals who move into the attendance area for those schools. We cannot fill up a kindergarten classroom to the brim, to the maximum capacity through the lottery, because someone might move right across the street from that school and need a seat in that school for kindergarten. Lottery capacity for non-100% lottery schools is 22-1 for kindergarten and 24-1 for 1st through 5th grades. So for example, if a neighborhood school has a 1st grade class with 2 teachers and one classroom has 23 students in it and the other has 24, there's only 1 seat available for the lottery because the capacity for lottery is 24-1. An electronic draw will be completed for each school and each grade after the deadline for on-time applications. Once the lottery has been completed, parents will receive an email and an auto dialer alerting them of the results that can be viewed through the parent portal. It is vital that you ensure your information is correct in the parent portal so that you can be contacted with the offers. Through the school choice application in the parent portal, you can view your waitlist numbers at any time after the lottery has been ran and accept or decline offers. You'll see those numbers move quickly if you're on the wait list right after the lottery is accepted or is the lottery results are put out there, because you will see people decline offers and then your student will be moved up on that wait list. If an offer is made, parents have 2 days to accept the offer, or the offer is automatically declined and offered to the next student on the wait list. As seats are vacated by students, additional offers are made for available seats. Late applications are added to the bottom of the lottery wait list and the date, time, order of receipt. We often get asked, why must I make a decision on an offered school within 2 days? Why can't I wait just a few weeks to see if I get an offer to another school? Well, if an offer is accepted, it reduces the remaining number of seats available to offer to other applicants. When an offer is declined, excuse me, it allows us to offer the seat to the next applicant on the waiting list. If no one gave an answer, no one on the waiting list would ever move up, and we would never get to the next student on the wait list. The process for placement would come to a halt. Remember, if you are still on a waiting list, you're hoping others will decline offers for your desired school in order so that you can move up on the waiting list. Everyone on a wait list is in the similar situation. There are a few factors that are important to consider prior to accepting a lottery offer. The first thing to consider is that once a lottery offer is accepted, all other applications are canceled and the seat at the student's previous school or their home school is released. Therefore, families cannot simply change their mind about their decision and return to the previously assigned school because the student's seat is no longer there. It has been offered to someone else in the lottery. Once an acceptance is made, the student is committed to that school. All other lottery applications are canceled and his or her seat in the previous school or homeschool is offered to other students who have submitted applications to that school. It's very important that you consider this before making your acceptance. The next thing to consider is there is never a guarantee that all siblings will receive an offer. In an effort to keep siblings together, the district does have sibling priority, but again, there is not a guarantee that siblings will be kept together if you lottery one student in. Siblings are defined as students living in the same household with a common parent. Once the original lottery responses are processed, any seats not accepted will be offered to siblings on the wait list in the order the siblings were drawn in the lottery for all elementary schools and conventional middle and high schools. Once all the siblings on the wait list have been placed, the non-sibling wait list will resume. So for example, if we run the lottery and there are 3 seats that are not accepted through the original offers, the first 3 siblings on the wait list, so if we had a sibling that was drawn number 5, drawn number 8, and drawn number 10 on the wait list, those 3 will come out and be moved up to the sibling wait list and will be made those offers. And then we go back after the sibling wait list is cleared, then we go back to the general wait list. Again, that is for conventional middle school, high school, and all of the elementaries. You should also consider your family's transportation needs. Typically, a student must live further than 2 miles from the school to receive a school bus. If elementary or middle school applicants are applying outside of their region, transportation will be the responsibility of the parent. The school choice application will give you a notice if you are applying outside of the region and will alert you that transportation will not be provided. You may ask, is there anything I can do to make sure the process runs smoothly for my child's application? Well, make sure your Infinite Campus parent portal reflects the correct email and phone numbers. If there are corrections needed, please update your information via the family information link in the parent portal. If the address or household members are not correct, you will need to submit an annual update via the parent portal. It is important to check your voicemail, your email, or your parent portal frequently for offers. Please remember, offer notifications are made through the school choice link on the parent portal, through an automated phone call, and via an email, that the email address that we have on file. If you're like me, you probably get too many automated calls and don't really take the time to listen to them in their entirety. But this could cause you to miss a lottery offer. If this is something that you do like me, it's important that you check your email and or parent portal every day or at least every other day after the deadline for the lottery applications. The CCS lottery is grade specific. If you apply for, let's say, a 4th grade seat, but your child is in 3rd grade, the seat that would be offered is for 4th grade, and your child would not be able to keep the offer if it is for the wrong grade level. We cannot simply change the grade level because there may be 3rd grade students on the wait list, and that would not be fair to those who are still on the wait list if you apply for the wrong grade and we move you ahead. You may ask, what happens if my student is retained after I accept a lottery offer? The CCS lottery is grade specific. If a student is retained, accepted lottery offers will be rescinded and the student will be re-enrolled into the previous school of attendance. If families elect for the student to complete summer school, upon completion of summer school, if the student is promoted to the next grade level, the lottery acceptance will be reinstated. Within the school choice application through the parent portal, families can submit a variety of applications for which their child is eligible. All students residing within the CCS boundaries are eligible to apply to attend a school other than the school of address through the school choice lottery. The request to return to homeschool is for students attending a school in Columbus City Schools that is not their school of address. So if that student is wanting to go back to the school of address, a request to return to homeschool application must be submitted. An inter-district open enrollment application is for students living outside of Columbus City school boundaries and wish to attend a school in the CCS district. Inter-district open enrollment application deadlines follow the same deadlines as the school choice lottery. Inter-district open enrollment applicants are only offered seats after the CCS students that are on the wait list are cleared. So now I'm going to stop sharing real quick and take you over to our CCS website.
Anya, while you do that, just a reminder to all of our friends, you were probably listening to that. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so much great information. How do I remember it all? And Tanya, as you're about to show it, we've put it all on the website. So if you forgot anything tonight, it's all going to be there on the website too.
All right, and here is our CCS website, ccsoh.us, and we'll start with the school choice fairs. So it's right here in the middle for you to be able to see. If you click on the school choice fair, it'll take you to that page. And on this page, there are lots of great information. If you decide that you would like to attend the school choice fair and you need language assistance, you can sign up right here by clicking what language you need, and it'll take you into a form that you fill out requesting language assistance. And our ESL department will contact you and they will attend the Zoom meetings with you to provide the translation. All of our schools have put together video profiles of their school. So as I mentioned, you can watch these videos and find out more information about each of the schools. And I thought we would maybe just watch a couple of them. But as you can see, there's a lot of schools here. You could spend a whole evening instead of binge watching your favorite show on TV, you could binge watch things about CCS. So we're going to go in here and we'll watch the video from Ben's, and it looks like it's going to take just a minute to load. Well, I apologize that it's taken such a minute.
Hi, welcome to this year's elementary school fair. My name's Joel Grant, and I'm principal of Binns Elementary School. We're located at 1080 Binns Boulevard on the west side of town. Please take a couple minutes to check out everything Binns Elementary has to offer. everything Binns has to offer. If you need any more information or need anything else from Binns Elementary, please feel free to call us at 614-365-5911. Thanks again.
And Binns is one of our neighborhood schools, but like I said in my presentation, all of our schools you can lottery into. I thought we might watch Oakland Park. Oakland Park is 100% lottery, so they do not have a neighborhood population.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Oakland Park Elementary School. My name is Mr. Cottle, and I'm the principal here at Oakland Park. Oakland Park Traditional Elementary School is a pre-K through 5 school with 2 classrooms per grade level. We are a uniform school. Our core values are positive relationships, maintain high expectations, and effective communication with all stakeholders. My vision for Oakland Park is that Oakland Park students will be proficient or higher in reading and math by the end of their 2nd grade year. Students in grades 3 through 5 will maintain their proficiency or advancedness throughout their career at Oakland Park. At Oakland Park, we work with data quite a bit. We identify your students' specific needs and give them the support that they need and monitor progress closely. We love celebrating student success. Oakland Park Traditional Elementary School has received the Bronze Award from the state of Ohio for implementation of positive behavior intervention and supports 2 years in a row. This year, we're going for the gold. Our pre-K class and Latchkey program has also received a 5-star rating from Step Up to Quality 2 years in a row. Oakland Park students show Paul pride. We are positive, we are respectful, we have integrity, we are dependable, and we show excellence. Family engagement at Oakland Park is very high. We have traditional events throughout the year, the best being our Fall Festival event at the beginning of the school year. We always have a great turnout of students and families for those fun events. Again, thank you for your time tonight. I am Principal Cottle from Oakland Park Traditional School. We're located at 3392 Atwood Terrace in Columbus, Ohio. If you're looking for a school with a safe learning environment and great family values, come join us and schedule a tour.
And that was just a couple of our great videos from different schools, but as you can see, every elementary school has its own video. So if there's any schools that you know of that you're interested in, please watch those videos. Then on the day of the fair, when you're at 6 o'clock, when you're ready to speak to the principals, you can go here to the Zoom link and you will just go from school to school. So if, like I said, make sure you check out your home school by address, and then any other school that you would like information for. All you need to do is click the link and it'll take you into the Zoom session just like tonight. We do have some of our specialty programs over here. If you have questions about pre-K, if you have questions about Latchkey, you can click into those. If you have additional questions about school choice or how to enroll, we have those links here as well. If you need more information about school choice, you can always go back to the school choice page and then go to up here to enroll, and over here is school choice. And on the school choice page, there is another informational video here that will walk you through how school choice works. And if you need to know, if you need assistance with submitting the application, there is a video here as well that walks through every single screen. All right, so now I think if you are ready to submit your application, and we started accepting elementary applications today, you will go onto our website. Just go down here, click Parent Portal. And if you are an existing user, you will click right here, Existing User Login, and then you would do Campus Parent, and you would just log in with your credentials. If you are a new parent and you have your access code, you will do new user activation. If you forget your username or password, when you are on the screen, it will ask you, it'll say, click here for username and password. You click that, it'll send you an email. If you have forgotten what email you signed up with, you can send your picture ID along with your child's name and date of birth to Parent Portal Access at columbus.k12.oh.us, and that address is on our website as well. And they will send you the username and reset the password for you. Then once you are in to your parent portal, it will look like this. And you will click on More. And the first thing I would say to do is click on Family Information and check to see if each person's phone number and email is in here. So that way we can be sure to, especially for parents, contact you for lottery offers. Make sure your phone number and email are correct. If you need to update your address or the individuals that are in your household, you would submit an annual update, and you will click right here, click More, Annual Update, and you will be able to submit an application for that. When you are ready to submit your school choice, you're going to click on More, go over here to Quick Links, and click School Choice. This is just agreeing that you will use the program, and you're going to hit Agree. On the first page is our FAQs. Any question that I have been asked or someone in my staff on my staff has been asked for more than 4 times, we add the question to our FAQs. That way the answers are there at your fingertips. You can peruse through those and it will give you the information you need. However, if you have additional questions, you are always welcome to contact the school choice office. And then after you have reviewed the questions, you can hit Next. And it's going to ask you, is this your name? If this is you, you're going to click Yes. It's going to ask you to verify that cell phone number and email. Now, if you just changed it right before you clicked into this, it will not be updated. It updates every night overnight. So it will not be updated right then, but you'll want to check back in the next day and make sure that it did update. But if this is correct, you're going to hit Yes. On this page, you're going to see all of your students that are enrolled, and you are going to pick which student you would like to submit an application for, and you're going to hit Create. And you can see for Pete Mitchell, the application for school choice lottery or a return to homeschool is available. So this student is eligible for both of these. Any application that your child is eligible to submit will have a box down here. If I want Pete Mitchell to go back to his homeschool, I can simply click Return to Homeschool and submit that type of application. But I'm going to submit a school choice lottery application tonight. Is this the primary address? I'm going to say yes, that's where the student lives. It's going to show me their current grade this year and say, are you applying for the next grade level? Or if you anticipate your child being retained, you will put 3rd grade. But I'm going to say my student is being promoted on to 4th grade, and I'm going to hit Next.
Sorry, I missed that. Would you like to send cancel review or change it?
Now, if your child requires special education services, you can click Yes here, and it's going to show you a list of all of our schools and what type of special education services are available at that school. So that way you'll know what schools you should apply for. If your child requires a high incident classroom, you're not going to want to apply for a school that does not have that. Because you want to make sure that your child is getting the services that's going to make sure that they are successful in their learning experiences. If your child requires ESL, you are going to select yes, and it's going to show you a list of elementary schools where ESL services are available so that you will be able to apply for a school that has the services your child needs. Then we're going to hit Next. On this page, this is the page where you are going to make your selections. I am going to, let's say I want this kiddo to attend Benz Elementary. As you can see, it says there is no transportation provided to Benz Elementary School. The parent or guardian will have to self-transport their student to the school selected, or please make another selection. Do you agree? If you agree to transport them, You select yes, it will record that information that you have agreed that you will provide the transportation for that kiddo to go to Ben's, and you can apply for it. Now you can see on the map, here is where my house is. The map is very beneficial because it'll show you where your home is. And then it shows you where the school is that you just applied for in relationship to your home. Then the next school, I'm gonna apply for 100% lottery school, and the pop-up did not come up. So there would be transportation there as long as I'm more than 2 miles away. And I am going to select another school. And again, there's transportation there as long as I'm more than 2 miles away. And you can see my home residence is here. Here's where Ben's is, where Afrocentric is located, and where Como is located on the map. And you can zoom in or zoom out if you need to see a little bit better. Then hit next. On this page, if my student had a sibling already attending one of those schools, the name would populate right here. However, if for some reason those students are not linked at Infinite Campus, but they do live at the same address with a common parent, you can add the name here and pick the school where the student has a sibling attending. You're going to hit next. Oh, I'm going to remove this because I don't have a sibling there. I'm going to hit next. And this is the agree that you are agreeing to the terms of the application. It's going to talk about transportation, the siblings, kindergarten age requirements, special ed and ESL, how disciplinary transfers work, interdistrict open enrollment. It talks about sports, the application process. And if you agree to all of the terms, you're going to hit agree. And it's going to save your application. Now I have an application in here for Pete. Now if I hit create, it shows that I have a return to homeschool option still available, but I don't want to review that right now. So I am going to go into existing. And here is the application that I just submitted. You can see that I submitted an application for Ben's, Afrocentric, and Como. I can edit this. I can edit all of my options if I would like. And I can also, after the lotteries ran, it will show me my wait list number here. And if there's an offer, there'll be an accept button here that I can accept the offer. Now, it's very, very important that if you accept an offer that you hit save, because a lot of people will hit the accept and they don't save that, because we want to make sure that you are for sure wanting to accept that offer, that you didn't hit it by accident. So it's very, very important that after you hit accept, that you save your option. But let's say I have changed my mind and I don't want my application in here for Como. I can decline that and add a different school. Now you can do this up until the deadline, and it will just show a new submission. It'll take you back through that you agree to the terms. And now you have a new submission of Burroughs, Ben's, and Afrocentric. If you do that after the lottery has ran, you will be placed on a wait list. You do not keep the previous wait list number from the previous school. You're now on a different list, so there is a different wait list number. But that's pretty much it with the lottery application, how it works. You can always go in, if you where I just declined that, you can see that. Your history is all right here at your fingertips. And this is updated as things progress. So as one person accepts, or declines an offer, your student's wait list number moves. This is real time. So if you might check it at 8 o'clock in the morning, and when you go back at noon, the numbers might be different, that you're getting closer to the top. Now, if you see it stay at the same number for a long period, it may be that, offers are out there pending and we're waiting on a response within those 2 days, or it might be that there's not currently seats available, so we can't make offers. But that is pretty much school choice in a nutshell. Again, we are here to answer any questions that you have. All you have to do is send an email to schoolchoice@columbus.k12.oh.us, or give our office a call, or come into central enrollment and we will be happy to answer your questions.
Lots of great information and really a good walkthrough on how the lottery process works. I'm sure Amber or somebody from the team will be able to put some of those numbers and email addresses. I'm going to go to Barb Reed in our fact line here in just a second, but Tanya, two quick questions, one which came into the chat. Just to verify, you do not need to lottery for your homeschool, correct?
Not, well, so yes and no. So let me explain. So if you are not currently in your homeschool by address, you would need to do a return to homeschool application. Or some people say, well, I think I want to go to my homeschool, but I might want to go to school X instead. So you might put your homeschool as one of your lottery choices. But if you are just newly enrolling, you do not need to do a lottery to get into your homeschool. The only way you would have to do anything to get into your homeschool is if you're attending a school that is not your current school of address.
And then the other quick question, because I think I heard you say, is that the ability to go in and put in your application is now open. So the process is open. Oh my gosh, I'm running late. I didn't get in. I'm not the first one in. Remind us that doesn't matter. It's kind of like buying a lottery ticket. It doesn't matter if you're first in line or last in line, as long as you get it in before the drawing, right?
That is correct. As long as you have it in by the deadline of March 31st, whether you submitted it this morning at 12:01 and 4 seconds, that was the first one that came in, or you are at 11:58 p.m. on March 31st, as long as you have it in, you have an equal chance.
That's perfect, because then that's a great opportunity for our families to really get as much information as possible. So they're making, when they're thinking about their three choices, they're making the right three choices. Barb Reed, our fact line, again, you answer so many questions each year about this process. What is probably the number one question you get, and what's the number one piece of advice you've got?
Well, the number one question is, what's the best school, as Tanya talked about, to send my child? And as Tanya talked about before, and I'll say again, it all depends on your child. Every school has children who are successful, getting straight A's, kids in the middle, and kids that struggle. You have to look at the school for what works for your child, as Tanya talked about. And what might work for my child may not work for your child. So that's why the videos that she talked about are such a good idea. You may, well, the other thing I always bring up to parents, if you're looking at a school that's not your home school, it's outside your neighborhood, are you able in your busy life to be able to go get them during the school day if something happens? Can you pick them up after school if they stay after? Can you go to evening activities? That is something to consider in your busy lives. So that's all part of it. The other thing is, I get calls, do I have to pick 3 schools? No, you don't have to pick 3. You can pick just 2 or just 1. Only pick the schools that you're willing to say yes to. Because I've had parents call up and say, well, I have an offer at this school, I don't want it. Then you'll have to turn it down to stay on the wait list. Well, what if I don't get in the one I want? It's a lottery. We can't guarantee it because, as Tanya talked about, it's space availability. It's not that we don't want your child to go where you'd like. We just don't want 50 kids in every classroom. You don't either. All right. So it's the only fair way to do it. The other thing, when she talked about getting your phone call or email about getting an offer, if you're obsessed like I might have been back when my kids were going through this, if we'd had the parent portal, back then you had to call. At 2 in the morning, you're laying there going, oh, I wonder if they got in. You can go in and look at your portal. And if you get an offer and we haven't called you, you can accept it. You don't have to wait for us to call. All right. Fact line is an information line to answer all questions, but I back up school choice and school enrollment. Work hand in hand with them. I am there Monday through Friday, 9 to 3. You can call me. I answer the phone. There's no buttons to push. It's just me. Or you can email me and I answer those. My phone number is 614-221-FACT or 221-3228. My email is factline at, and if you notice, all Columbus has the same ending to emails. Your children will have an email when they're in school. They'll have the same ending. So it's factline@columbus.k12.oh.us. Feel free to call. I can walk you through school choice. The videos are great. But I walked a lady through today who couldn't find the school she wanted. It's because she was calling it the wrong name. I'll walk you through that. I can help on the parent portal on how to get on there. I can help you, if you've can't remember your username. And this is what I tell parents when I talk to them. Your username and password you're going to use all till your last child graduates from high school. And whether you have 1 or 20 kids, they're all on your portal. Do yourself a giant favor in your busy life. Write down your username and password. I know you'll save it in your phone. You'll save it in the computer. But then I have people call up and say, I lost my phone, or I got a new phone, or my computer doesn't work. Write them down. There'll be deadlines like school choice. Let's just say you got an offer and all of a sudden you can't get on your computer. Or you can, but you don't remember your username and it's Saturday. We're not around to help you. So do yourself a favor, write down your username and password. When you're creating a username, please do not use your entire email address. It doesn't seem to like it.
And don't put any spaces in your username.
Thank you. No spaces in your username either, or we're going to have to fix it. So those are just things to try to benefit you. I can help you out. You call, no question is dumb. I've had every question. I'm there to help you in any way I can. School choice enrollment, school choice. What's your homeschool? On the enrollment page, there's something called Find Your School. You can go in there and put your address and it will tell you your home school, elementary, middle, high. If for some reason you are actually living in another school district, it'll tell you that too. All right. So if you have any questions, and you can call me and I'm more than willing to help you.
Barb, thanks. And Barb, I really liked one of Tanya's pieces of advice, and that was to watch the video of your home school. So if making sure that you may have a young person that went there a couple years ago and you think, oh, I wonder if it's still the same. Our schools are always changing and adding. And so, Tanya, I really like that piece of advice. Take time to watch the video from your home school. Go into that Zoom session and chat with the principal and ask some different questions about if something has changed.
But your child could go to your home school and be a star. Because sometimes I get people that think that their homeschool is not good. But there are kids at your homeschool who are doing fantastic and your child could too. So that is a good idea to look at those. And remember, your homeschool is close to home. And that can make a difference in your life, and what you're doing with your job or whatever you're going to school, more kids, people at home. So that's just something to consider.
And I'm a bit biased. I think all of our schools are great. So I think there's opportunities for everyone to succeed in our schools. So thank you both. I'm going to come to you for one last piece of advice, that best piece of advice you have. But again, friends, just remember that all of this information is on the website. There are folks who will help you walk through the process so you're not doing this alone. I know it can seem maybe daunting, that sometimes the website can, it seems like it's tough, but we've tried to make it so much easier to follow along. In fact, as I was watching, I thought I saw one of our parents, I thought she was going to show us them doing an application live. I thought we were going to get a live application on the show, but all right, Barb, one last piece of advice you have for our families?
Just again, look at the website, and once you create your portal, save your username and password.
And Tanya, any last bit of advice for our families?
Just your best chance at getting into the school is having your application in on time. On time.
Something we learned in elementary is Homework works best when it's on time. So thank you both. And Amber, also thank you. I know you were in the chat answering a lot of questions as well. I just appreciate you taking time to share this information, to really pause and walk through the process that our families understood it, because this is something we always get a lot of questions about. We want to make sure that every person has the best opportunities at taking part in the lottery, and that means making sure you understand how the process works. And then I'll ask another piece of a favor that I'll ask of each of you is to share that information. You just got some great information on how the lottery works, so share it with another parent, help them understand it as well, because this is such a unique opportunity in our district. So thank you to the enrollment team for sharing all this great information. And friends, as I said at the beginning, it's every one of us, all of us working together, all in to make sure that our families have the resources that they need, that they feel engaged, get answers to their questions. And so that's the commitment that we have. I again thank our family ambassadors for taking time to sit through this, so that you have kind of the best answers when you start to get those questions. And I'm sure there will be parents who will maybe be interested in coming to your school, and you're kind of that ambassador to help them know what great things are happening in your school. So I appreciate the information that you share with our families as they have questions about maybe sending their young person to your school. And of course, thank you to our bilingual engagement liaisons for sharing information with all of our families. You make sure that no matter what language is spoken, that all families have the information they need to be successful. All right, friends, I'll encourage you to join us again for future virtual family engagement sessions. This month, we're going to be covering a number of important topics. We'll again ask for your grace a bit, knowing that we send you a lot of information these days. Try to make sure that you take time to read it, because it is a lot of information, but it's also important information. We want to make sure that your young person is healthy and safe, that you have the information you need about what's going on in their school, and all of the opportunities and resources made available to them and to your family as a whole. Because friends, as I said, in this year in Columbus City Schools, we are all in to make sure our young people have opportunities at success. Everybody have a great evening. Remember, no classes tomorrow for Wednesday. And I hope you all take care of the winter weather coming our way. Have a great evening, everybody.